Hey, what's going on? Jake here with Uncommon EDC. Today we're taking a quick look at the Armytek Zippy, a keychain style flashlight that's normally available for about $12, but at the time of uploading this video, this is on sale on the Going Gear website for only $6, so a ton of output for a $6 light, even a respectable amount of output for a $12 light, I'd say, with a maximum output of around 160 lumens. Available in, I think, 6 different colors. This is the green. All of them are going to have whatever color you choose on the back panel, and then this clear plastic on the front panel. Now, these are very affordable lights, but I will say the plastic does have a cheaper feel than like its aluminum counterpart, but these should be pretty durable. They're rated for drops up to 10 meters. They're waterproof down to a meter for up to 30 minutes. So if you drop this in a puddle or even in the toilet, pull that out quickly, should still be working. And so it should still be pretty durable, but it does have a little bit of a cheaper feel with that plastic body. Now, it's a keychain style light, so pretty minimalist footprint, 2.32 inches long, just a shade under an inch wide, and around 1/3 of an inch in thickness. It weighs in at about 0.42 ounces, so don't really notice it on your keychain either. Now, of course, it does have that keychain attachment point on the end. We still get a pocket clip though, so this pocket clip works a little bit differently just in the sense of how you use it when it's clipped, because it's not an inline flashlight. This is a right angle or 90-degree flashlight, so that light is facing directly back up at you. So this clip is really great for, especially for bag straps, whether it's a backpack or shoulder sling, putting it on that strap, having something at chest level facing forward to illuminate the area. It's also good for your pockets, whether that's your front shirt pocket or even your pant pockets, although that might be a little bit low. Great for facing forward. Now, you can use it on your hat as well. It's going to be kind of up near your forehead, but it does still work, especially in that low mode. It's great for just like reading a map quickly or even reading a book for a little bit, especially in the low modes. Once you get into high mode, I don't know that it really has the battery capacity. Also, I found that the light can be kind of distracting in the high mode, that close to your face. So I probably would stick to low or medium in that clipped orientation on your hat, but it does still have some utility clipped to your hat, even though it's not going to be facing forward like typical hat clipped lights would be. Now, it's all running off a 100 milliamp LiPo battery. That's not replaceable, but it is micro USB rechargeable. It does not come with that cable, but most of us already have the USB-C and micro USB cables. This one takes, again, that micro USB cable. And so 3 modes, pretty simple. One thing I will say with this button orientation is it seems like maybe it was misplaced. And so everyone I've handed this flashlight to, my first time turning on this flashlight, the first thing I do, push that button assuming it's going to be pointing forward, and then you just shine the light in your face. It does have a memory mode as well, so hopefully when you do that, when you're first handing it to someone, you're not handing them into the high mode, because it can be pretty bright and stunning when it goes on in your face like that. And so it almost feels like the LED or the button should be on the opposite side, so when you're pressing down with your thumb, the light's coming down from the opposite side. You get used to it though, now that I have it, now that I know, I'm pretty used to it, and it's easy to manipulate with your index or middle finger as well as your thumb. I'm going to do it with my thumb just so we can kind of keep it towards the camera here, but it is easy enough to manipulate with your index finger as well. So just takes a little bit getting used to. Now, this has 3 modes, all really simple as far as that user interface goes, and it does have a memory mode, which is great on a flashlight at this price point. I have plenty of flashlights that are more expensive that don't have that memory mode, so I do like that. So single click to turn it on, and you can see it's not super bright. We're looking at 5 lumens. This is the equivalent of like a moonlight mode, but it runs for 10 hours on there. Now that we're on, we can hold this button to cycle into the next mode. This is going to be our 50 lumens, still a reasonable one that's not going to damage your night vision too much and still lasts for an entire hour on that setting. And then last but not least, we have our high mode, which is at 160 lumens. This only lasts for 17 minutes, but it is very bright, especially for a light, again, at this size and this price point, so a lot of output there. One thing I will note though is that they advertise this as a 200 lumen max output light, but even in the manual, I haven't seen any modes that have 200 lumens, so I'm not sure why they have that listed as the maximum output. Maybe it can be ramped up to that way, to that mode somehow, but I didn't see it in the instruction manuals and really haven't been able to find anything above 160 lumens. There is a lockout mode, although I found you don't really need it at all. I've never had this accidentally discharge, but if you hold this for 3 seconds, you will go into your lockout mode, and then you will see that flash, and now when we click that button, nothing's happening. You can hold it for 3 seconds again, should flash once more so that you know that it's out of lockout mode and back into a usable mode. Really like the user interface on this. Like I said, really happy that it has a memory mode. There's also just a glowing indicator when it's charging. So when you plug that in, it will glow red while it's charging and then turn green when it's done. They do offer a 5-year warranty on these. And one thing I did want to point out is that these are made in China, not entirely unexpected at the price point. But even in my other Armytek video, I kind of harped on this for a long time because I thought it was a little bit of a shady thing, is that they advertise these as European manufacturer, not European manufacturing, in plus owned factories. And those owned factories are their own factories over in China. So these are manufactured in China. Wish they hadn't tried to hide it, because at the price point, I honestly wouldn't complain. I think these are great lights for the price point and really, really solid. I've been impressed with both of them. And that's really been my major downside. I know I mentioned the plastic feeling a little bit cheap, but it should be pretty durable, and the placement of the button, but all stuff I can get around in terms of the light. So let me know what you think of this one though down in the comments below. As usual, if you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, subscribing, joining the channel as a member. I will of course link to this down in the description below. I'll link to the Going Gear site, but I'm assuming they're trying to clear out inventory, so those may eventually sell out. So I'll link to the Armytek site as well. Just know that if they're still in stock in Going Gear, they were half the price they were on the Armytek site, so worth checking there first. But thanks again for watching, and I hope you have a great one. Take care.